horse that was born and raised on the ranch, and I actually know her mom. But Curly's kind of an interesting case. So Curly developed in her body pretty quickly, like most normal horses do. So when she turned about 4 or 5 years old, we started training her under saddle. And even though she was physically ready to take on that type of workload, she mentally was not ready yet. She wasn't mature enough yet to handle that type of added pressure to her daily life. And she actually started rearing a lot when we were adding pressure, asking her to move forward in her career or start her career under saddle. And because she reared, I decided not to use her. She actually was an advocate to be adopted by another training facility that had the time and the environment to kind of put into a horse that rears. In the environment that I was managing, I couldn't have a horse that reared. So she actually ended up sitting for another year after we started her under saddle. And luckily what happened is in that year that she didn't go to the other trainers, she just ended up being on our property. She matured in her brain. So she mentally became more mature, and her brain kind of matched up with her body. And after about a year, when I stopped training her, had her in a training program, we had a gal show up on the ranch who decided to take her on as a project, and has done wonderful things with this horse. So she's actually now this amazing, wonderful, smart, mellow horse that can go anywhere, do anything, and is super happy with her job and hasn't offered to rear at all. So sometimes we like to get in the habit of comparing ourselves to other trainers or other people in our barn and how they're progressing with their horses. And we don't stop to slow down to take a look at the horse as an individual. And that's really important because we can get caught up in this idea of 60 days or 90 days under saddle, training our horses. Once they're 4, they need to be ridden. And we can do some injustice to our horse. So it's important to slow down and not compare yourselves to what other people are doing with their horses. Don't take their success or their progress as an insult to what's going on with you and your horse. The connection you have with you and your horse is way more important than what anyone else is doing out there. So remember to slow down, look at your horse as an individual and where they need to be and what they need in order to succeed. Sometimes it's just they need a year before they do anything. Sometimes it's doing more groundwork before you introduce a saddle, or not introducing a bit before you do the saddle, or any combination of things. Don't take the progress of other people against you, because all you'll do is set yourself and your horse up for failure. So my failure to this horse was pushing her too far forward, putting too much pressure on her before she was mentally ready to go there. And the success that she has now is she's incredibly intelligent and easygoing and a love bug and a great trail horse, all because she ended up sitting for a year and maturing the way that she needed to, as opposed to what I needed from her. So again, slow down. The relationship between you and your horse is way more important than what anyone else is doing out there.